Okay, so today basically we will move into the a new chapter called soap web services.
Okay.
Okay, so basically REST is nothing but a two system communication. Okay, so via like over the HTTP, right? So REST is
Yes.
basically it will run over the HTTP. It is nothing but a simple URL call where we are passing a parameters either as a body or as a query string parameter, and we are accessing that over a HTTP, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is basically it will apply only some set of lightweight data. Basically we are going for a lightweight data. So in that case basically we are selecting as a REST call. Okay, so if there is a situation where we need to retrieve or fetch the n number of data from the particular organization, like bulk data transfer between the two system. It is bulk in the sense like minimum 50,000 records or lakh records. Okay, so in that case we can't go with the REST API. Okay, so in that case, so basically we are moving into the another kind of web service called SOAP. Okay, so SOAP is nothing but simple object access protocol. Okay, so where the data is transmitted as a XML. Okay, so over the SOAP protocol. Okay, clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, so there will be a one more thing called a WSDL. We'll call it as a WSDL. Okay, so WSDL are nothing but a web service description language. Okay, so in that WSDL file, so we used to mention everything like what is the class name, what is the method name, what are the parameter we are going to send, what will be the parameter we are going to retrieve, their data types, everything we are defining in that particular WSDL file.
Okay.
Okay, so if anybody wants to access some of the services, let's say I have implemented some services. Okay,
Okay.
so if you want to call that particular services from your end, let's say you want to call my services. Okay, so in the case of REST it is simple like a URL call, right?
Yes.
So in the case of SOAP web services you have to take a WSDL file from the particular service side. Let's say I'm a server, right? So you have to take a WSDL file from my side and you have to import that visual file file in your side. Then you have to generate a stubs and skeleton.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so stubs and skeletons are basically nothing but a client side supporting classes or interfaces. Okay, so classes or interfaces, whatever it may be. Okay, so we have to generate it from the client side. So these are nothing but a supporting classes. So it will generate it from a client side by using that particular thing. So you can call a particular services by using that particular stubs things.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Any question?
No, sir. It's okay. No.
Okay, so this is how SOAP web service basically it will work. So SOAP is basically it will work as a transferring data as a XML. Okay, so once it reaches to a particular service side or it may be a client side, it is automatically deserialized into a Java kind of object.
Okay.
Okay, either Java object or it may be .NET kind of object, whatever it may be. So depends on platform to platform. Okay, so it will automatically serialize and deserialize over the particular client and server side. No need of converting or nothing is required.
Okay.
Okay, clear.
Yeah. Fine.
Shekhar, can you hear me?
Yeah. Fine. Hello. Yes,
Yeah.
Suresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Mm, okay, so this is about like a brief about the soap web services. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so last time like on 2 year back I have worked a scenario. Okay, so where we have a legacy application called like online car selling system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and Salesforce instance. Okay, so where daily we are selling n number of like purchases, let's say 10,000 cars per day, let's say we are selling. Okay, once that particular car has been sold, by end of the day we need to pump that all data to a Salesforce basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in that case basically we can't go as a REST API, right?
Yeah.
So REST we can push around like around on 100 records, max to max we can push that 100 records. So for that reason, so we gone for a batch jobs. Okay, these are nothing but a simple Java kind of batch jobs where we use the SOAP web service, to communicate between Salesforce and what do you call Java based web application, where we used to pump all the data from like our backend Oracle database to Salesforce backend databases.
Okay.
So there will be a situation where we used to pump a lakh of records per day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, per run we used to pump a lakh of records, let's say vehicle details. So we used to pump a lakh of records between the legacy application and Salesforce instance. So in that case, basically we are going with the SOAP web services.
Okay.
Okay, clear.
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so that is all about the scenario and why we have to go for particular SOAP web service. Okay, so in the SOAP web service, basically we are having one description file called WSDL, correct?
Yes.
WSDL.
Yeah.
WSDL is nothing but a web service description language. Okay, so where we are describing about that particular operation details.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yes.
So in the case of REST, no one is going to describe any details in your client end or whatever. So you have to manually communicate with the particular developer and you have to get all the details, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
in the case of SOAP web service, there is nothing like that. So there will be a file called WSDL file. You can able to see this WSDL file.
You are not sharing your screen.
Okay, okay. Let me share. Okay, so this will be some kind of WSDL file. Okay, some blah blah
You
dot WSDL.
sorry.
Okay, so
You are recording in WhatsApp.
yeah, it's recording.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so this is nothing but a WSDL file where we are defining all the operations. Let's say, so in this case, I'm creating one account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you go over here, this is nothing but a operation name account. I'm creating an account.
Okay.
Okay, so for creating, this is just simple method. Okay,
Yeah.
operation is nothing but a method. This is a method name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are the input and output parameters? These are nothing but input parameters for that particular method. This is the output parameter. Okay,
Okay.
so these particular web service, it will be available in this particular endpoint.
Okay.
Okay, so these kind of details, described details, it will be available in the WSDL file. Okay, so if you want to call any of the services, then no need of asking with anybody. So if you have a WSDL file, then you itself you can able to what you call decode their particular services and you can call that particular services. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay, so basically in this particular WSDL there will be a lot of parts actually. Okay, so these uh, one second, I keep on hold. Okay,
Okay.
no, hello, okay, I will call you back after half an hour. Yeah, I'll call you back after half an hour. I'll call you back and take it. I'll call you back. Uh, okay, so
Yeah.
there will be a, this we will call it as a elements. Okay, can you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you able to hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. 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 Sure. Yeah.
Hello,
We are able to see your screen. Yeah.
hello,
Suresh.
hello.
Hello. Hello, Suresh. We can hear you. Yeah,
Okay,
hello,
fine.
Suresh.
Actually, I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
muted my speaker actually.
Okay, okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, so you can able to see, right? So basically, the WSDL having a elements.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how we are defining the blah blah stuffs in the classes? Let's say class properties, methods, constructor, whatever it may be. In WSDL also there will be a lot of elements. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
these are nothing but important elements.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so definition is nothing but a parent element. Okay, where other child elements will be within that particular that definition element. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so types are nothing but a simple data types. Let's say string. Okay, so these are nothing but a data types basically.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to define your own custom data type, let's say I want to send some employee. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so there we can define a employee, type is equal to employee. Within that you can define their property, let's say name, email ID, blah blah stuff. Then that become a data type. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
So message is nothing but basically input and output parameters. Okay, so for each message, so we can define an input and output parameter. Let's say if you see here there will be types, right? So here
Yeah.
types, so basically there these are the standard, some of the types they have written it up. So for time being we'll ignore this one. So we'll jump into the message. Okay, so
Okay.
if you take our operation, this is nothing but our operation, right? So here we are defining on message, this is nothing but a create account request. I already told this is nothing but a input parameters. Messages are nothing but a input parameters we are defining it on.
Okay.
Okay, so here this is message is nothing but a here input parameter. What will be the input parameter? Create account, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So if you move into the create account, okay, so then you can able to see the that particular parameter, exact parameter. Let's say create account, right? See, come over here. Okay, so now this is nothing but a type, right? This is basically a type.
Yes.
Okay, so create account, so this is nothing but a data type. You can say it is a data type where we mentioned a list. Okay, so my method is accepting a list of accounts. Okay, so that's why it has come as a sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's so messages are basically nothing but a input and output parameters where we are defining in the message tags. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Clear, right? Any
Yeah,
question?
clear.
Okay, so port type
No,
is
Suresh.
basic. Huh?
No, no, Suresh. Carry.
Okay, so port type, this is nothing but we are defining the input parameters. Okay, messages is nothing but defining input parameters. This is nothing but a data types. Let's say complex. Let's say how we have referred here. We have mentioning create account, right? So this is
Yes.
indirectly referring this particular data type. Let's say this is complex type. Indirectly referring. So within that we mentioned we are receiving a list of accounts. This is how it will work. Okay, so that's why a type is really required.
Okay.
Okay, so port type is nothing but it is a combination of operation name as well as it is like input and output parameter. Okay, so it is a combination of operation name as well as input and output things actually.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Any question?
No, Suresh.
Okay, so then next element is nothing but a binding. Okay, so binding is nothing but here we are mentioning the details delay, details of what will be the transport type. Now it is a soap, right? So what will be the transport type? What will be the style, binding style, and along with that, so we can mention like header element is with our this is nothing but a detailed description about the all the operations, not only one operation.
Okay.
Okay, so port type is nothing but abstract definition of the operation. Okay, whereas binding is nothing but it includes all the transport type, binding style, along with the detailed description about the operation.
Okay.
Clear, you can able to see, right, here detailed description about the operation. In the sense
Yes.
we are it is saying what could be the transport type, what is the binding type, okay, all the parameters it is going to refer over here. This is nothing but a detailed description about the parameter.
Okay.
Okay, so next element is nothing but service and ports. Okay, so these are nothing but a set of endpoint services which are available in this particular address.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So if you want to call anything, that particular some address URL is required, right? Where
Yes.
in that particular stage where that particular methods or classes are running really. So this
Mm-hmm.
service is nothing but a point. Okay, it's a location where it will point to a actual methods.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yes. Suresh, let's say if a particular class has more than one method, then the all the methods are going to show up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is nothing but a class name, right? So this is
Yeah.
nothing but a class. Okay, so it is having all the operation, right? So here, okay, so by calling that particular operation, okay, so but each class is having n number of operation, right? Let's say create account or delete account, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is nothing but an endpoint URL. While calling, we are saying create account. Then it is go and invoke to this particular method.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if it is, let's say, delete account, then URL will be same. Then it is going to delete that particular particular, it will invoke that particular method actually. Any more question?
No, Suresh.
Chandu, do you have any question?
That's fine, Suresh. Mm.
Okay, so that's all about basic about the soap. Okay, so main thing is nothing but one is nothing but a WSDL.
Mm.
Okay, so if you want to expose any service, okay, so from particular class as a web service as a soap API, okay, so make sure you have to write a WSDL in other languages. Okay, so there will be two type you can create these particular soap web services. Either you can write a particular Java class and you can convert that particular class as a WSDL file.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one thing. Another thing is nothing but you can manually write a visual file. From that visual file you can convert that particular visual file into a Java classes. It is a two-way communication where we can convert a class as a visual as a classes. Okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how it will work.
Mm-hmm.
Clear? Any questions?
No, Suresh.
Okay, so now another thing is nothing but, let's say you want to call something from let's say we are having one Java application. Okay, so you
Mm-hmm.
want to call some create account from the your Java application to Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so make sure keep it in mind. So if you want to access any services via SOAP web service, make sure you have to get the WSDL from their end.
Okay.
Okay, once they give the WSDL, then you have to generate the skeleton from your end.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, skeleton is nothing but nothing. These are nothing but supporting classes. Okay, so you're getting my point.
Yeah.
Okay, so supporting classes it will generate in the client side.
Okay.
Okay, so from that supporting file you can easily call that particular web services. Clear?
Yes, Suresh.
Okay, so that's how that SOAP web services will work. Okay, So another thing is nothing but now we will deal with our standard soap thing. Okay. So then
Mhm.
later we will move into the custom soap exercises. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so you know about enterprise WSDL, right? Enterprise and partner WSDL from the Salesforce, correct?
Suresh, can you give us the, like, we have different types of visitors in Salesforce, right? Let's say enterprise, partner, and all those things,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So where we exactly choose the enterprise, and where exactly we need to choose the partner
Yeah,
with that?
correct. So what happens? There will be a two, not only two WSDL. So there will be a many kind of WSDL is there. So if you move into the develop API,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so these are nothing but a different WSDL like enterprises, partner WSDL is there, metadata WSDL is there. Okay, so tooling WSDL is there, streaming API there's another WSDL. There is any kind of WSDL. So
Yeah.
basically, Apex WSDL means you can create Apex class as a WSDL file.
Okay.
Okay, so basically enterprise WSDL is nothing but, so let's say it is having all the operations. Let's say it is holding all the details of your particular organization, including your metadata. Let's say account, what and all fields is having everything. By default, it is giving
Suresh?
yeah, yeah. Come again.
Yeah,
Hello.
your voice is not clear. Breaking.
Breaking.
Yeah.
What
Think
about now?
internet. No, it's good now.
Okay, so basically there will be two set of enterprise and partner WSDL. Okay, so
Okay.
partner WSDL is nothing but loosely typed WSDL for customers partners who are building client application for multiple organization. Okay, so it can be used to access data within any organization. Okay, so basically partner WSDL we used to use within our organization. Basically, we won't expose it to someone else.
Okay.
You got it. So let's say we are having on two, three applications. Let's say Salesforce is there, some legacy system is there, some blah 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 things is there. Okay. So in that case, basically we are going for a partner WSDL. Okay. So in
Mm-hmm.
that partner WSDL, let's say you have created an account object. Okay. Today you have generated a partner WSDL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tomorrow if you are going to add on two more field in the account object, then it will be automatically reflected in the partner WSDL actually.
Okay.
Okay, so whereas in the enterprise WSDL, it is a strongly typed WSDL. Okay, for customer who want to build an integration with their Salesforce organization only. Okay, let's say
Okay.
today you will generate a WSDL. In that case, account is having one three custom field. Okay, so tomorrow you are going to add two more fields. Okay, then in that case, it won't automatically reflected in the enterprises WSDL.
Okay.
Okay, so if you added two more fields, then again you have to generate your WSDL and you are give it to your particular client. Then that client guy again he has to create their stubs and skeleton, and again he has to modify his code. That is nothing but one of the drawback of the enterprise WSDL.
Okay.
Okay, clear.
Yeah.
Any question?
No, Suresh.
Suresh, what is metadata meeting?
So metadata API is nothing but it is used for pushing that particular changes to different organization. How we are using change set or Eclipse, how we are pushing the metadata component, right?
Yeah.
Like how we are let's say how you are moving the configuration or any changes to one organization to another organization. You can go by a change set or via Eclipse, or it may be this one migration tool and right. Instead of that, so you can use metadata WSDL and you can push the changes to Salesforce also.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yes, Suresh.
Okay, so this is about metadata WSDL. Okay, so Apex WSDL means Apex class, it will generate as a WSDL where you can expose that particular class as a SOAP API.
Okay.
Okay, so that is all about like metadata WSDL. So we look into that in the later session. Okay,
Okay.
right. So now basically we'll
Hello.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll jump into the concept where we will generate one WSDL. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so right how to generate. Just click on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it will going to generate a particular WSDL.
For this org only, or
Yeah,
it is going to be uh,
sorry.
no, this visual is going to be specific to this particular org, or
Yeah, it is particular to this particular org.
okay. How we are going to know this visual is specific to this org? Is there
Sorry.
any? No, for example, say this org is imported from this server, this particular deviation, right?
Correct.
So how could we know this particular visual is
See, you are only generating, right?
okay? So other than that, we don't have anything, right? No, just
Yeah, you are only generating this particular visual. Make sure manually you have to maintain this version or whatever it may be. Let's say now you can name it, right, enterprises slash
yeah.
test dot some organization and dot WSDL, like that only you have to
Okay.
maintain it up. There will be no field or any flag called test or whatever it may blah blah, it won't come. So
Okay.
it will come only details about the metadata. It won't show anywhere in the that particular says like organization detail or whatever it may be. It will be purely a metadata component. Okay, so if you go to the account object, so it is having all the uh, see. So now complex type is nothing but account, right? I already said it is a data type. Account is
Yeah.
also one kind of data, right? It's holding
Yeah.
other fields. If you come
Mm.
over here, it is having all the fields.
Okay.
Correct. So description is there. It's of the type string. Okay. So then parent is there. Owner ID is there. These are about the things it will be there. Let's say quote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, quote will not be there. So let's say opportunity. Okay. So there will be a lot of places opportunities there. Let's say where will be the opportunity main. Let's say name is equal to opportunity. So this is the opportunity object. Correct.
Mm. Yes.
It is a complex type. Okay, so it is
Mm-hmm.
having all other property. These kind of metadata, so it will be in the visible. Okay, along with that, it is having all the operations also. So we are discussing about operations, right? So here
Yeah.
mainly there will be operations called only few of the operations it is available over here. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
one is nothing but uh, see these are the operations. So get user info. So if you hit this particular method, it is giving the user information like his username, password, all the details. Okay, so it is giving the body and output details also. Reset password. You can reset the password by using this. Send email messages. Okay, send email. Okay, so let's say one operation describe quick option. There will be a lot of methods. Okay, so where it has given it, let's say I will say upsert.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, so upsert will be there. Okay, so operation, this is nothing but upsert, right? Upsert is a method, right? So where you can
Yeah.
this is nothing but a upsert, where it is accepting input type as a upsert result. It is nothing but a any subject kind of things. Update is there, create is there, merge is there, delete is there. These are the methods. Retrieve is there, empty recycle bins, process. These are the operations it is given by a SOAP. So by using these operations, so you can hit that particular operations and you can do the meaningful services from that particular thing.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, clear.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so now we will save this WSDL file. Okay, so I already have created this WSDL. Okay, so I will save that particular WSDL. Let's say assume this is a WSDL. Okay, enterprise WSDL.
mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
then we'll create on Java project.
Suresh,
Yeah.
uh, we can, no need of doing any more changes in that visual file, right? We can just copy paste in method and then that's it.
That's it. No need of changing. Okay. So if you change anything means it won't, so you will get an error.
Okay.
You got it because this is a process name,
Yeah.
right? It should be that particular process name should be available in Salesforce end. Okay. So if you are renaming anything, okay, so then it is going to fail. So renaming only has to be taken care by server side guys who are exposing that service. No, you are getting it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Who are going to give the service. Let's say you are calling, you are a caller. Okay, I am taking your call and I am processing your request and I am sending back the particular data. So now who is the like server side is nothing but me,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I have to take care modification anything. Let's say today you are passing two parameter.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, tomorrow client is saying okay you have to pass it three parameter, then I need to modify code in my end also. In that case WSDL also it will be changes,
Yes, yeah.
correct? Then again he has to generate the WSDL and you have to import it to your client side application, and again you have to
Mm-hmm.
make a particular
Yeah.
changes. Clear? Got it
That
right?
means every time we need to, for example, say today that visitor have one method. Okay, so tomorrow, like the provider which have provided to the XML, which he added one more method, which where in which we need to invoke that method also. So he need to generate visual again with this new method, and we need to export that result in our source system. Okay.
Yeah, correct. If anyone
Mm-hmm.
adds a new
Yeah.
method is nothing but
It is
operation,
for
right?
enterprise, right? The
Okay.
things needs to be modified only in
Yeah, I'm talking about a common methodology. You forget about Salesforce. Okay, not only Salesforce, everyone is using web
Yes.
service, right? Correct. So I'm not talking about in the perspective of Salesforce. I'm like
Mm-hmm.
general. I'm talking. Okay. So wherever, let's say now today I wrote one web service. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say you are passing employee ID. Okay, I'm giving you employee details. Let's say name, a name, like address details, his skills details, resume, everything. I'm doing it up. Okay, so tomorrow you're saying you give me another service. Okay, where I can get all the
Okay.
details about his salary. It's a separate. Okay, you don't want to include in that service. You asking okay, I will pass the employee ID. Okay, so you write on some separate method and you pass me his like salary details and all. In that case I have to modify my code such a way that I have to
Mm-hmm.
create one more operations and I have to expose it, right? In that case a WSDL, previous
Yeah.
WSDL is not having that particular operation name, correct? Operation name, data type, whatever it may be. In that case again we have to create that WSDL, import it, and you can use that particular thing.
Yeah. Fine. Fine. So yeah.
Clear? Fine. So let's we move and quickly jump into the Eclipse where we can import that particular file, and we'll see
Okay.
how we can create account or whatever it may delete the account, blah blah steps over here. Okay. Okay, so initially I will go basic with their particular thing. Okay, so where we can go ahead with particular, either custom object or a standard object, how we can create, update,
Yeah.
delete. These are the only operation we used to do, right? Or else nothing, we can't do nothing, right? Let's say these are the standard, like update, delete, query it. These are the standard things. If you want to like custom things, okay, let's say I'm sending some parameters for the particular web service, you
Yeah.
need to send some email, that and all things, then you have to go for a custom web service, correct? As like that. Okay, so today's session basically we will go and jump into a common thing where we will use the standard enterprises WSDL. Okay, and we will try to create some of the account record or whatever it may be in
Yeah, fine,
our
sir.
object. Okay, clear? Yeah. So now I will quickly create one Java project. Okay, so let's say demo soap. Okay, so WSDL. Okay, so demo soap WSDL. Okay, so let me finish this one. Okay, so this is the project.
Mhm.
Okay, so where I will add my enterprise WSDL over here. Okay, so my WSDL is in this particular folder. I will copy it off. Okay, so I will paste it to this particular thing. Where is the paste?
Yes.
Okay, now it is I have pasted this particular enterprise WSDL, right? Okay, so you okay, based on your project structure. Okay, so you can keep it this WSDL anywhere in your project structure. Okay, make sure you have to
Okay.
generate the stubs and the skeleton. That is the main panda. Okay, so now what we'll do, now we will generate a stubs. Eclipse no need of manually generating the things, or else by command mode also you
Okay.
can generate the stubs and skeleton. Okay, okay, so Eclipse is giving inbuilt functionality where we can right click it. Okay, so
Okay.
web service. Okay, so generate a client.
Yeah.
Okay, so now make sure, see, now source nothing is there, right? In source folder it's empty. Once you go ahead and if you generate like this, then it will create all the stubs. Stubs are nothing but what you call
Mm.
this is nothing but client side supporting classes. Let's say we saw that
Yeah.
particular thing account details in the enterprises WSDL, right? So if you want to access that particular object, means that account particular class should be available in the client side, right?
Yes.
Or else it will throw the error if you create an account object, correct or not? Once you create this particular stubs, everything, then it is going to create all the necessary that upper class any object is client side, basically.
Okay.
Okay, so you got it. Now it has been created over here, correct? See here, expose soap. This by default it will create like this. Okay, com expose soap enterprises
Okay.
WSDL. Okay, so see if you go here, all the S object available here, cases. Okay, account. Where is the account? See here, account on Java. If you open over here, so it is having all the fields over here, like say account number, account partners from, account source, annual revenue, assets, billing address, everything will be there.
Okay.
Correct? This one we will call it as a stubs, or it may be a client side supporting classes or whatever it may be, you call skeleton or whatever it may be. Okay, so now you tell me if you want to create an account, how I can create. Basically create an account object, set all these property, call the upset method, that's it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is how we used to work over here, that's it.
And where these
Okay,
methods are in the object only the
sorry,
methods are possible.
sorry.
No, for example, say if you are going to insert a new account from through this WSDL, so where can I find the method in this object of in
Yeah,
this?
method will be there. I'll come to that
Okay.
point.
No, my
Okay,
question is
so
one second. My question is those methods are global methods corresponding to each object. Each method will be there. For example, say
this is nothing but a global,
okay,
right? So upset means what? So you have to pass a particular S
yeah,
object with particular
okay,
things. Delete means you have to pass a set of
okay,
IDs. Correct.
okay,
This is nothing but a what you call generalized method where if you pass this thing S object, So it will identify that particular standard or custom object. So according to that, it will take care about that particular operation.
Okay. Yeah, clear.
Clear? Okay. So okay. So these are nothing but set of the other supporting things. Let's say query result, you know, right? Query result. Okay. So retrieve dot Java, search result, session header, set reset password. Okay. So all the upsert Java upsert will be there here. Okay. So this is a method, upsert method. So if you want to call upsert method, then we need to pass a S object, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Or basically you are passing a S object and you have to pass a external ID. Okay, so this one if you pass this one with this particular thing means definitely it will go and insert that particular thing in the Salesforce database like that. So if you say delete, let's say delete means just where it will be delete, see delete. Okay, so delete record will be there. Okay, so for the delete record, what you call if you pass the some delete, where is the delete actually? Okay, deleted, not deleted. Some delete recent will be there. Deleted record will be there. Somewhere it will be there. Okay, some delete method will be there. Where let's say insert, we'll check. Okay, see here if you say get user info. Okay, so if you call that get user info method, then it is going to return all the that information about that particular users actually.
Okay.
Okay, all the respective this is nothing, this we will call it as a what you call skeleton. Okay, where it is having the another wrapper class, let's say user response and result is.
Okay.
If you want to pass anything, this is the result, right? You have to pass a particular thing. So everything it will be available over here. Just you create the particular method and insert it. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So here no need of inserting any dependency. Nothing is required. Okay. So now let me write some one class. Okay. So where from that class where how we can call these particular respected methods to do the operation.
Okay.
Okay, so basically here there will be a concept called, so previously we have accessing the same thing, right? We have hitting the auth endpoint to get the session ID, right?
Yeah.
Session ID or authentication token.
Yeah.
In REST we used to call it as a authentication token, right? So here we used to call it as a session ID.
Okay.
Okay, so for each operation, if you want to make each operation, let's say delete or insert, whatever, for each operation, make sure we have to call a one of the service name, let's say login service name, okay, with password and username and password.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to call this particular service, let's say login. So from that login result, so it is we are going to get a session ID.
Okay.
Okay, while calling for each other operation, let's say insert or delete, make sure we have to set the session ID in the header. Okay, so then only request is going to work. You can access in the Salesforce, or else your request will be rejected if you are not putting any session ID. Clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let me insert one data. Okay, so you are clear, right? So mention your username, mention your password. Okay, so make sure soap binding stub will be there.
Okay.
Okay, so so there will be two things will be there. One is nothing but a soap binding stub, and another one is nothing but a soap services. Okay, so that are nothing but a binding stub is nothing but we are creating an object. Okay, so where we are setting the session ID, that particular URL, okay, other parameters like endpoint address, property like instance URL name will be there, no, that name, everything it will be setting into this particular soap binding stub. This is nothing standard object from the Salesforce. Okay. Okay, so this is how we can get to the particular locator. This is nothing but a this is a standard API.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from that where we can get that particular binding stub. Stub object is nothing but it is going to connect with that particular service location
Okay.
basically. Okay, you got it. So if you make it simpler, how you call the method name? Let's say I have created one method in another class, so I want to call it from another class. How used to call? So used to call by using creating that particular object, right? Object name dot that particular method. Why object name dot? Because object is nothing but a blueprint where it will hold all the property as well as method, correct?
Yes.
Same thing here, binding is nothing but it is a object where it is pointing to that particular service location. It is holding all the details regarding that services.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clear? Okay, so we have to set a timeout and all. Okay, then we have to call by using that particular object. Okay, call this particular login method by passing username and password. Okay, so if your credentials are right, then it is going to get a user ID, login result, user ID. Along with that, you are getting server URL. Okay, session ID, everything you will get it off. Okay, so for that things you need to set this particular instance URL and session ID for that particular header object. Okay, so this is how we can get the session ID for particular each transaction.
Yes.
Okay, clear? Okay, so next is nothing but I have write a what do you call custom method. Okay, so I have write a custom method where it is we are getting the that particular credential details, let's say instance URL, session ID, everything, and I am using it for my own purposes. Okay,
Yeah.
clear?
Fine.
Okay, so this is nothing but so it is going to user is going to log in it up. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So this is nothing but a particular service object. Okay, so where we are by using this particular object you are calling the this particular method, where from this method we are getting the instance URL and session ID along with and other namespace. If you are having instance is having namespace, then that particular namespace also you are going to get it off. Okay, so for time being I will create one upsert record. Let's say I want to create one insert record. Okay, so I before calling any services I need that particular stub object, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So I have write all that setup logic in this particular method. Okay, once you call this method it will automatically log in and it will give this particular stub object. You got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so for each operation we need to call a login method. That's it. You need to call a login method. Okay, and we need to get a session ID. Okay, and instance URL and your namespace, everything has to be set it with your particular stub object. Okay, so here how I got the stub object. Clear? You are getting this point or not?
Yeah, just we are following it. As of now, we don't have any.
Okay. Yeah. So this is how we are logging it up for each service. Let's say if you want to insert data, then make sure you need to log in into the site, right? Same thing here also we have to follow it up. Okay. How we are doing it in a REST endpoint, like how we are accessing both endpoint to get the session ID. Same thing here, you have to get the session ID by login method actually. Okay. So once login method is done, so what we have to do, make sure you have to create an account object, right? If you want to create an account object, create that particular account object backward. I am setting all the property over here. I have created two particular account object where I have putting into that particular list of S object. Okay, so I am putting it in that particular S object and I am inserting by using that particular stub object dot upsert. I am saying ID is external ID and I am passing that particular account. Then it is going to insert into a my Salesforce organization. That's how I am going to do it here. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Why? Because here this, if you go and check in this upsert method, it is taking an array of data. Okay. So that's how why I created two account and I have converted into a subject array. Okay. Then I am passing that as a subject array to this particular method. That's it. ID is nothing but HTML thing. Okay. So once it is a service, once it is upsert done, so it is going to return back a result. Okay, where I am iterating that result, I am whether checking whether that it is inserted properly or not. Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
Clear?
yeah.
Okay, so now make sure see Shaker soap account and let's say Chandu soap account. Okay, so let me hit this particular service. Okay, new manager. Okay, so same thing, we have to use your username and password. Okay, so let's say I will run this particular method. Make sure there will be no accounts over here, right? Correct, Chandu or Shekhar, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Okay, so your accounts are not available currently, so let me run and create the account. Okay, this is nothing but a normal Java application where we can run that particular Java application. Login is done. Okay, upside record. Okay, so upside list is success. That's it. Okay, if you go and refresh particular thing. Okay. Why Chandu it is not available? Okay, guys, can you able to see this one? This account has been created over
Yeah,
here, right?
yes.
Okay, so let me check why Chandu is not created. I think I have not added over here. Okay, so account one is there where I have created a. Okay, that's what. So I have not added here, right? I have commented it up. That's why it didn't create it. You
Yeah.
understand? Let's say if you remove this one and if you insert this particular Java application, okay, so then it is going to create that particular thing in the Salesforce. Upside record says two things were success, right? So then if you go and replace that particular thing, see yours is two times it is created and is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so main thing is nothing but we need to call a login method, okay, by passing your username and password, so that you will get a instance URL, your namespace and session ID. Okay, so from that login services it is going to return a stub object. Okay, so by using that stub object you can call any services like upsert, delete, insert or whatever it may be. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is about upsert. Okay, so if you want to delete any record, okay, so call that particular service and make sure what and all delete you want to delete it. Let's say I will take this account. Okay, so let me say this is the account ID. Okay, so I will pass that particular account ID over here. Okay, so then I will try to remove this particular accounts. Correct. Okay, so let me call this delete service method, delete record method. So where I should delete that particular record. Okay. Okay, it was successful. It is saying go and refresh this particular guy. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very simple. Okay, so only one deal is nothing but you have to make sure call this handler method. This is my custom method. I have write it. Okay, where I have placed the code to login it up. Okay, where it will be, so here. Okay, so I am putting a location. This is nothing but a login location. Okay, so from that I am getting this locator by okay, from that locator I am getting the service object. Okay, by using that thing I am setting all the session ID for that particular service object. Session ID I am getting it from this particular login method.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is how upsert will work. Okay, so remaining thing is nothing but query, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is nothing but a get query records. If you want to query, okay, so then basically here you got it, right? If you delete any other, basically you will get a delete result. Okay,
Yeah.
from the delete result you can iterate over it. You can check whether it is a success or failure. If it is a failure, you can take your particular action over there. Okay, fine. Yeah, so if you want to query a record, then basically you have to go for a method called service.query. Okay, so where we can pass that particular like query over here. Let's say if you want to access any contact or whatever it is. Okay, so you can basically go for a service.query. Okay, where here query result it will come. Okay, so query result are greater than 0. If it is come greater than 0, then you can iterate that result and you can display that particular records. Okay, so this is how we can iterate that particular record. Let's say get record of I. Correct. So this is the query result, right? So it is having a records. Okay, so it is nothing but an array. Query result is nothing but an array, right?
Yeah.
From the array you can get this particular contact object and you can do any like custom business logic over here. Okay, sometimes let's say query result will hold only particular amount of data. Let's say if it is retrieves a 10,000 record, by one shot it is holding only 250 or something records. Okay, make sure you have to check this one QR is done or not. If it is not done, then again you can retrieve a query more so that it will fetch the remaining record also. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how query record will work. So let me call this query record. See how it has been queried. Okay. Okay, so it is having two other operations also. Let's say login is there, some other operations also is there. If you go over here, okay, search is there, query more is there, query all is there. Okay, so set password is there. You can set and reset password from that particular API also. You can send email also. These are the different like methods where you can pass the different parameters so that you can easily achieve that particular. Okay, fine.
Yeah, fine, sir.
Now I will tell you the scenario. Let's say you are having a legacy system. Okay, so you are having account record in your legacy system. You want to pump that account record. Someone is created account record in your legacy application. In same record, you have to pass it to a Salesforce also. How you will do? So you have to make it by using upsert record or it may be a create record. Okay, so where it will create that particular record in the Salesforce organization.
Suresh, so after giving the business to the client, we need to explain each and everything. We need.
See, if he is a technical guy, he really worked on web services. Okay, then no need of telling anything. He will be no, right?
Yeah.
If I give someone WSDL, okay, this is my WSDL man. You use this one to calling something means I won't ask anything.
Okay.
I'll generate a client side call and I will try what is the method, what parameter I will hit and I will check.
Okay.
If it is a guy first time working on like WSDL one, then we need to explain about him like how to do these things, something like that. That's it.
Okay. So, for example, say if we are going to build our own custom WSDL, that means writing some our own Apex class, our own Apex method. So then, how we are going to give the this login access all this?
For that login access, so we need to use the same enterprise WSDL only. That's
Okay,
one of the thing.
okay, okay.
We need to give two WSDL. Why? Why? Because we have to give this WSDL for login services only.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. By using this login method, you can hit the login service. You can place any number of WSDL and you can generate the client code. Okay. So that is not a deal in that. Okay. For that custom, operation or method, whatever it may be, he has to call that another WSDL.
Okay. So if me, so if like, let's say if I am going to expose the enterprise register, so he is going to get all the information about my Salesforce instance, right? So what are the objects? That means basically the model, what is the model in my project, my instance has, my application has, each and everything is going to expose, right? So rather than that, I want to expose only the things like what is the client is going to need it for the particular integration. Only those kind of things can expose.
Yeah, that's what we are going for a custom web service, right?
Yeah, for the custom, yeah, one second. I think you are going to cover just small question. Yes, we are going to. Yes, we are going for the custom web services as well. In the custom web services, we are not going to build our custom code for the login methods, right? We are going to.
That's correct.
Yeah,
That's
we are
correct.
going to.
For login, we are using enterprise WSDL only. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say I will say Shaker, you just come to Bangalore means.
Okay.
Okay. So you will come to the Bangalore directly, right? So
Yes.
you won't look for other cities like say Chennai or Mumbai, whatever it may be.
Yes.
Let's say client wants to call some services. Let's say create employee record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. His intention is to create an employee record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case,
that's right.
he won't go for a create account record or whatever it may be.
No, no, my intention is in terms of security, providing a security for our.
Yeah, see, because security only, because who is using, we are using username and password, right?
Yeah.
He has to
Okay.
use
Okay.
his username and password. He can't retrieve others record based on whatever it may be
Yeah.
your
Okay.
security
Got it. Got
settings.
it. On the user level only, we are going to do it.
Yeah, user level.
Okay.
So we can achieve it in two ways. Either it will go for particular user level, or we can set up a one integration user.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You are correct.
Integration user, we can create on 2-3 integration user, we can bound it to that particular profile there where we can restrict the data. Let's say this guy shouldn't able to access the account or some like kind of data.
Yes. Yes.
We
Yeah.
are giving, okay, this is the integration user. If you want to call our service, use this integration user and you can do it out.
Yeah.
So that is how security how we can be achieved.
Yeah. Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So if you can try it, make one field as a private, or just like query that particular field over here. You just try whether it's coming or not. It won't come back
Okay.
because of security.
Yeah. Yeah.
Security it will be applicable throughout the thing.
Organized.
Either it may be web service or it may be Salesforce UI or it may be your Apex class, Visual Force page, wherever it may be.
Yeah.
Okay, clear?
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so this is basically people will go for some integration user, okay, because everyone let's say I want to do some like daily pumping the data means we are not putting, right? So we are creating one integration user where we are using that particular integration user.
Yeah.
Basically some other guy don't know who is listening. So Shekhar and Chandu is listening to my classes, right?
Yeah.
So mean the time some other guy couldn't able to listen, right? Why? Because he is not in our Skype or he is not in our WebEx, right?
Yes.
Correct. If you want to someone access our data, make sure he is a part of the user of this particular Salesforce instance.
Yeah.
Correct.
But
If someone is deleting some record means it is their responsibility.
yeah. Fine.
Yes, that's how about it will work. Clear?
Yeah. Clear.
Any other question?
No, sir.
Okay, so this is all about SOAP web service for today class. Okay, so for today so we will like wrap up over here because it's a first class, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can I will share you this code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got it, right? Just create a Java class, put this WSDL your organizer, right click and just right click web service generate client.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, So after that, I will give this manager class where we can use that particular thing and you can make sure you can call it up. Okay.
Okay.
So before that, I will share you one link. This is the link where you can get the detailed explanation about what is the operation, what is the blah blah types, port type, service type in detail. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Just go through it once. If you have any doubt, tomorrow you can ask with me so that I can explain you in detail.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So this is about soap standard soap call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tomorrow we will discuss about like custom soap call, how we can expose a class as a soap web service.
Okay.
Okay. We'll discuss about tomorrow
Okay, sir.
regarding that. Okay. And you just come up with all these things.
Suresh?
Okay. What time we can connect tomorrow?
You just tell me the time. We'll tell you the availability.
Tomorrow, what my intention is nothing but tomorrow I thought of complete one new topic called Canvas app parallel with this one.
Okay.
Okay, Canvas app where we can make a UI integration
So,
between two systems.
yeah, the mind is like if we are going to take tomorrow's class, it could be in the morning session, in the evening may not be available.
Yeah, that's what. What I'll do is you guys take care about the soap. You just go through the soap. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow it is tomorrow Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So that I can take on at least on 3 hours. Where that is a concept. It's a very good concept actually, new concept.
Mm-hmm.
Canvas app where we can UI level integration.
Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about that. Okay. So shall we connect around 10 o'clock?
Yeah, for me it's okay.
Yeah,
Okay. What about
that's okay.
Chandu?
Yeah, that's okay, Suresh.
That should be fine, right?
Yeah.
So that's why if you give me on 3 hour, continuous 3 hour, where we can finish the that particular Canvas app. Okay. So
In
Canvas
addition
app
to the
is
custom soap concept, it's
so
completely.
we'll go ahead with Monday. Monday as usual our
Okay,
session.
okay,
We'll go ahead
okay,
with
okay,
that.
Suresh. Yeah.
Suresh?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Suresh?
Yes, Shekhar, tell me.
Yeah, this is Chandu. I have one question here.
Yeah.
So, for REST API, we have too many browser things, right?